What's up? We are live. Hoping to see some people joining in. At some point. At the beginning of this, I just want to say a huge thank you to anyone out there who has watched my last video and commented showing support for me and for my family and all that through the little rough patch we had there. Luckily, everything's looking up, starting to get better. Myself, my mom is at home doing great, stopping smoking. We're working on that. Strengthen up the lungs. She's going to start coming and walking around our little complex thing here with my fiance and work on building up a little bit more lung strength, just taking it easy, going for a little bit of a walk. And so things are looking up with all of that. I just want to take a second here at the beginning and say really big thank you to any of all you guys who have watched that. Like, I didn't figure that very many people would actually watch that, and it has like 700 and something views. So really appreciate the support. Anyways, off of that topic, how is everyone? If there isn't even people here yet. Hey man, good evening. Good evening to you too. Thanks for being here. Hey, thanks for joining. YouTube's notification system is kind of jacked up sometimes, so it takes a few minutes for people to start trickling in. Oh my gosh, those dogs are going to drive me nuts if they keep doing that. Hold on. Hey! Do you want to shut up? Dogs. Listening to some metal, drinking wine, eating pizza. Nice. That sounds like a good night. Chaotic old boar in the drive-thru waiting for breakfast burrito. Nice. That's also nice. Always, like, whenever you talk about it being in like breakfast burrito, that caught me off guard for a second, just because I'm not used to the whole time difference. Joshua Coe, hey broski, what's up? Hope everyone's doing well. Breakfast burritos are the best. Yeah. I'm very picky with my food, so I don't normally like the typical breakfast burritos you order from places. I'm more of like a they have a sausage, egg, and cheese toaster at Sonic here, anyways, and that's what I normally get. Like it's like scrambled eggs, cheese, and sausage on a toasted little toaster, I guess. That would make sense. Toaster. It's toasted. It's pretty delicious. I used to eat those for breakfast like every day, basically. Probably very unhealthy. Check the old time card today. 96 hours. Glad to be off till tomorrow night. Nice. Damn. 96 hours. That's a lot. Plenty of good burritos here in Phoenix. I've always wanted to go to Arizona. They seem like they have really, really good weather. Not like humid heat, but like warm heat. Talking about breakfast at 1:07 a.m. It's actually 7:08 p.m. here, so I'm pretty much down for breakfast food whenever. I'm one of those people that I could eat breakfast food anytime. We actually just had pancakes and eggs for dinner, actually, which was delicious. Oh, Chaotic Old Boar. I saw your video with I can't remember what the name of the channel is. Has the female and the man. I can't remember the name of the channel, but I watched that. I think it was Joshua Coe who sent me the link, told me to go check that out because you were in it. That was really cool. It's cool to actually see you and hear your knowledge on a bunch of stuff. That was really cool. I do miss San Diego. Burrito places, absolutely the best. Did find some good places here in Lincoln. Had Big Ten subs for lunch with the wife the other day. Nice. That's what I think would be the best about traveling to a new place is finding like the new spots to eat at. I've never really had that luxury. I've never really moved or traveled anywhere to that is the channel. The guy on that channel seems like really knowledgeable. I preferred to listen to him than the other girl, but it seemed like most of the emphasis was put on her. He just seems like a knowledgeable dude, and I as you guys probably can know, I like that sort of thing. I'm more into the knowledge aspect than the reaction of it. But it seems like they had a good time and everything. I left a comment on the video and he commented back and was talking to me. Coolest part though was seeing old Chaotic over there with his sweet Australian accent and whatnot. I've always really liked the sound of Australian accents. I think that's just something that's different. I remember years ago, I was actually with my ex-girlfriend at that time. We went to this restaurant and there was this lady from Australia that was sitting right behind me. Like our booth was here, and she was like right behind me, facing the opposite way. But I think I listened more to her talking than I did my girlfriend at the time, just because I really liked her accent. What's up, dude? Is everything going better in your life? Everything's looking up, man. I'm a little bit still congested, getting over this. I feel my body feels good, which is what the infection was taking. Like it had been there for weeks, they thought. So that's why I'd been feeling so just like drained and like sluggish all the time. So that's finally good. I'm still a little bit nostralized, but I can take that. Everything with my mom. My mom is good. She's at home. We're working on stopping the smoking and doing like little walks and stuff to strengthen up her lungs. She's going to start coming here to my house and walking with my fiance and just doing little strolls and stuff to strengthen up the lungs. Yeah, thanks for asking. Everything's good. Doing Star Wars related stuff. I wish I was doing Star Wars related stuff. Not much Star Wars related stuff until December, I guess. Or close to December. Are you talking about because it's May the 4th? I haven't done anything, if that's what you're asking. Just hanging out with you guys. And all the Star Wars posters behind me, I guess. Haven't been able to get rid of my cold completely since we moved here. Dang. Yeah, it got to the point where I was just like, something has to be wrong with me because normally if I get actually sick, I'll get sick for like a day or two and then I'll be good. This was like 2 weeks of like slowly my body was just like draining more and more. And I would like whenever I would go to the gym, I would try to do like my normal workouts and it's just like my body didn't have anything to give. That's whenever I started noticing that everything was like I felt like real sluggish and I normally like I got a lot of energy and I'm good. Even if I am running on not very much sleep, normally I'm still pretty good. I might be a little tired, but that's whenever I knew that something was not right and I just kept getting worse and worse and worse and then I got like I couldn't breathe on top of it. Kept having all this mucus and it was just not good. Not good. Been here a month on the 11th. Went by fast. Nice. Yeah. Time. Everyone always takes advantage of time until you don't have any. I like Half-Life's sister reaction because you get the emotional reaction from her and Wolf is an old school metalhead with decent knowledge. Yeah. That's what I kind of got. Like, I'm not as much into the I guess reaction from reactors and stuff. I just prefer like what I do, which I guess I haven't really put out one of those videos in like 2 weeks now. But I will. I just saw right before I started this, I went to my YouTube home screen to start the live stream and I saw that Lamb of God released a new song. So I'll probably try to do that one. Unless it is blocked. But yeah, they seem like decent people. It's always good to see other decent people that aren't just, acting like complete idiots for views. I think just watching that one video, I think it would be cool to have him do, like, I think he would be someone like me, a little bit more on the actual musical side of things. But I guess it is cool to kind of have the dynamic between the two of them. But I'm just a solo dude, so. You got to get more people to come to your live streams. Hey, I'm here. I'm the gathering place. I can't make people come. I have noticed the past several live streams there has been much less people. I don't know if it's because I'm doing them every week, so they might get tired of it, or I know people have their own lives and things to do. Not everyone can be here consistently, but I have noticed the past couple times that there's less people in here. Sean, yo, what's going on? Nothing. Thanks for joining. Understandable with what's been going on. Glad you and fam have gotten through. Me as well. I'm glad everything's looking up. Topic of convo: pineapple on pizza, good or bad? I don't like pineapple, so it would be a no for me on that one. I think I answered that. In the Q&A. Someone asked me that. The Q&A video. I'm very picky with my food. Meat lovers pizza with a bit of jalapeno and mushroom from me. I like pepperoni pizza. I'm a pretty plain dude whenever it comes to food. Anything that's like any weird sort of flavor, I don't really like. Like anything that's very hot, I don't like. Anything that's real sour, don't like. I like pretty base flavored things. It's some Mexican holiday, Cinco de Mayo or something. Yeah, May the 5th. I guess it is May the 5th, your way. Taste for sardines on your pizza. Man. Getting a little bit crazy when you start putting sardines on things. That's way out of my realm of food. I don't deal with any of that. Clay Bodom's in here. What's up? Thanks for joining. Thanks for being here. Man. Guessing anchovies would be in. Oh no. No. I don't eat any fish at all. Or any seafood, I guess you should say. I'm real picky when it comes to food. I seriously, I'm not exaggerating when I say I pretty much eat beef, chicken, and pizza. Like those, I pretty much rotate those on a consistent basis. Eggs, I eat a lot of eggs. Just basically a lot of protein, and then I have like filler stuff. I just don't like. If we were on AMC, this would be a dead chat. Not surprised you don't eat seafood considering how far from the ocean you live. Yeah, but even then, like people around here, they they like seafood and stuff. Like we have seafood restaurants and stuff around here, especially in the bigger towns that are like an hour or so away. They have like seafood restaurants and stuff. I can't. I tried it whenever I was littler. I just I don't know what's wrong with my tongue, my taste buds, but they just don't want any of that. I wish I could switch up my diet a lot more if has anyone in here watched the metal dudes doing non-metal things on YouTube? I have not. Or maybe, I don't know. That's just from Hatebreed and Howard, formerly of Killswitch. No, I haven't seen that. Lincoln is a lot more quiet than San Diego was. Still not used to it. What a shame, because I consider sushi one of life's rare pleasures. I can think of a lot of pleasures that do not have anything to do with seafood or sushi. Well, at least you can try seafood. I swell up and get a rash. If you need a good laugh, check it out. I'll probably forget. Like, send me a link to it or something. Or what? Like, what is the actual video called? Or do they have a channel or something? Do you live pretty close to the ocean then? Chaotic. Or I'm assuming. Anyway. New York has a $10,000 pizza. It's on the Stillborn Music YouTube channel. Here, hold on. I'll open a new tab on my Stillborn Music. I typed in Stillborn Music channel, and the only thing that comes up is Black Label Society. There's no food in the world worth $10,000, especially pizza. Stillborn Records. That makes Oh, I see it. I'll have to check that out after we get done. I got it pulled up though, so I won't forget. Seen an episode of Rob Dyrdek where they made a couple $1,000 grilled cheese. I saw that way back in the day. They had this like gold, it was like food coloring basically, but in like paint cans almost, and they would make it like look like solid gold grilled cheese. That was funny. Why would anyone eat food with gold in it? I had no clue. Maybe so they could say they were shitting gold. That would be kind of a waste of money though. At that point, even the people that are like insanely rich, you got to think there comes a point where even they are like, it's probably not worth my money. I would think anyway. I've never been rich, so maybe one day I'll have a in-depth experience with that. Let's be realistic. Probably not. $5,000 dinner plates. Gold they use is edible, but still very ridiculous. Yeah. I have a hard time paying like $10 for a really, really good burger or something. I don't like spending money on food. I basically just want to eat whatever's gonna fuel my body, and that's it. I'm not a foodie, I guess. Like I totally understand why some people are, but that's just not me. For one, as soon as you start putting weird things all in it, I just don't like it. I like ketchup and barbecue sauce basically, and that's about it. Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, and pretty much any kind of ketchup is good. McDonald's works for me. A 20 piece McNugget. I don't know how common knowledge this is. I know I've said it in a video before, but I actually was a manager at McDonald's. I graduated high school and I worked at McDonald's, and I was a manager there for like 4.5 years. So I don't ever eat McDonald's anymore. Ever. That's actually where I met my fiance. She was also a manager there. Fun fact. And actually, tomorrow, or today, if you're a chaotic old boar, May the 5th, tomorrow will be our 7th anniversary. So that'll be fun. So is KFC and Domino's. Yeah, I've never eaten at KFC, and I've eaten at Domino's a couple times whenever like at school they had like pizza parties and stuff, and they would order Domino's normally. Pretty much any pizza. I'll pretty much eat any pizza as long as it's like pepperoni, not any sort of weird ass flavor of pizza. But as far as the company that it comes from, I don't really. I guess Pizza Hut is probably my favorite. Happy anniversary. Congrats on your anniversary. Congrats. That's good that you remembered. How would I forget? I've never understood why people could forget the date. I mean, it was my choice. May the 5th. It's the day after Star Wars Day. I can't forget that. There will be no hell to pay. I don't think our relationship is ran like a lot of people's relationships are. Like we kind of just like are in a relationship. It's not like she rules me, or that's definitely not the case. I feel like a lot of people do have that problem. Used to love old Pizza Hut, all you can eat. Pizza Hut's the shit. Whenever I was younger, like whenever I was real small, I remember my family, we were never like poor, but my mom and dad made sure we like had food, and but we couldn't like go below money. Like I would say lower middle class, I guess is what it would be considered. Uh, I remember like I think it was once a month, they used to take us out to Pizza Hut. And when I was a little kid, we used to actually just go there and eat. And we lived like 15 miles out of town. So it was like an actual trip in here. We would eat. And I just remember the smell of Pizza Hut, like that. That smell. I wish I could just take it with me and bring it. We used to play the little machine games and all that, arcade style games. They had like a little room, like a section off of. We would have to eat our pizza, make sure everything was all good, and then our parents would sit there and talk, and we would go play some games and arcade and all that. It was pretty sweet. But now, anytime that I get Pizza Hut, like they say, the smell is the strongest, like the strongest memory, uh, or strongest for recalling memory is the smell of things. And I definitely can see that being the case, because every time I walk into the Pizza Hut to pick up the pizza or whatever, it's just like, boom, childhood. East of Chicago, I used to live across the street from one of them. Smitty's. I would arguably say hearing certain music has a stronger effect. I'm pretty sure that I don't know, it was some study that they did. The smell was like the strongest memory, like for everyone. Some people, I would say that hearing music and audible sensory would be the strongest memory, but I think that was just like an average of whatever sort of group that they tested. My wife is tossing around a bag of food. Get that food and eat it. Maddie, you feeling better? I'm feeling much better. I'm still a little nasally. I'm sure you can hear in my voice. I have to keep coughing up all this horse shit. But as far as feeling wise, the infection is like gone. That's the part that I didn't like. I can deal with a little bit of nose congestion, but it was like 2 weeks of my body just like slowly deteriorating. It felt like. Let's all order up some Pizza Hut. I actually ordered Pizza Hut last night. Do you hear these dogs? They got my fiance took the kids outside to run around for a little bit and burn off some energy before shutting down for the night. And the dogs are just like at the window going ape shit because they can see them outside but can't get to them. I can't wait until we get like our own house and have like a fenced in backyard and everything. We could just let them run because it's annoying. I feel better as well, but the coughing is holding on for dear life. Some sickness just lasts. Those little viruses you get. This they said it was a severe sinus infection, and I had like fluid built up behind my ear or something. I didn't notice this. Like my ear never hurt or anything like that. But I could just like I would go to the gym or I would be at work and my body would just hurt. Like even like muscle soreness when we work out. It wasn't that. It was like my whole body felt like it was like shutting down. My back started hurting real bad, like all my tendons and like my fingers, the little like joints and stuff, all of it was like real aching and stuff like that. It just like I would go to the gym and I would do like my normal workout, and even taking it a little bit lighter because I wasn't feeling the best, I could like barely do it. And I was like, what the hell? This is light. And I'm like struggling with it. That's whenever I really knew that something wasn't right. And so I've been on this medication for a few days now, the antibiotics and stuff that they gave me. And they gave me this nose spray that's some sort of like steroid nose spray. And feeling much better. Went to the gym yesterday and lifted heavy as shit. Did real well. I ran a mile, did everything like normal, and I felt really, really good. So I'm feeling much, much better. I just like having energy. That's what I couldn't stand more than anything. I just felt like a sloth. Like I just wanted to sit and not even move. I don't like that. I like to get up and do shit, have energy. That's why I go to the gym, is so I can like be healthy and energetic. And I have the same thing, sinus and a nagging cough. I don't remember what exactly they gave me, but he said he was giving me the more powerful things that they prescribe normally for that. This happened just after you started doing less hours at work. Maybe you ran your system down while doing the work in reaction on a tight schedule. I mean, I could have, but I've functioned on very little sleep for as long as I can remember. And I know there comes a point where I just think like I got an infection, because now I haven't really changed much at all, except for I slept that one day that I called, or I left work actually to go to the doctor, and I slept from the time I got home until like 1 in the morning, and then called into work, and then slept until 9. So I slept a lot then, and so I think that helped in combination with getting the actual medicine to treat the infection, because the infection, what was coursing through my body, Joshua Coe, random comment. I can hear liquid drain in my head every day. It's from a medical condition. But it makes me want to pour water all over my hair. Nice. Not nice. But that's kind of, that would be a weird, like, sensation. Sean, gotta go deal with the family. Nice. Thanks for stopping by. How young are you, sir? I'm 27. I think the last, like, 4 streams, I think, I haven't even played any music in them. Just hung out. There's been a smaller group of people in here. I'm 45 in just over 2 weeks. Chaotic old boar. Old as hell. I'm 37. 27 is nothing. Well, it's 27. I've looked, if you guys follow me on Instagram, which you should, if you don't, you should. I posted on my story this morning, I found a picture of me from 9 years ago. It was at my senior prom, and I look exactly like I do right now. I had a little, instead of having like the full beard, I just had like this right here, like the little, you know, goatee looking thing, but I was bald just like this. I wore contacts a lot more back then, so I didn't have glasses on, but I've been bald with a beard since I was like 15 years old. That's always made me look a lot older than I actually am. Converted 2 more people into Ginger fans this week. 9 days till I get to see Slayer, Lamb of God, and Cannibal Corpse. Nice. I've seen Lamb of God once. It's one of like the best performances that I've ever seen by a band. In terms of like being able to actually hear what they were playing and having like good music, obviously, and having like good stage presence and crowd interaction, all of the stuff you look for in seeing one of your favorite metal bands, they had it. I'm soon 43. Man. Yeah, my top demographic on my YouTube channel as a whole is like 25 to 38 years old, I think. If I remember correctly. Is Cannibal Corpse really a band that sounds good live? I've never seen them play live. Be my 7th time seeing Lamb of God, 8th Slayer. I've seen Slayer before, and I actually fell asleep while they were playing. I got up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and we drove like 4 hours to this festival, and my friend's band that I filled in for the As I Lay Dying show, I've talked about several times. If you go back on my channel and watch way back before I started doing the reactions and stuff. I filled in with my friend's band, and we did a whole show as I lay dying, played all their songs and stuff. It was really fun. But anyways, their band, opened up Mayhem Fest, and Slayer played like later on in the evening, and it was like 109 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'd been like outside cooking all day basically, and man, love to see Cybercore, but they haven't made it to the States yet. Yeah, I would. I'd like to see them more than anything because the singer is so cool. It'd be cool to meet him. Can I make suggestions? Sure. I don't know what you're suggesting, but band ones. I've got a lot of suggestions on the list, and like they're always commented, but yes, you feel free to make suggestions. These days, I'm pretty much just going off of the new stuff that's coming out because there's a lot of new material that's coming out. So I haven't went like to the back catalog of things I have on the list for a while. Their singer Dominic offered to help my wife and I out when we got here. He's incredibly genuine. Yeah, he seems like a really good dude. I kind of can't wait for their new music video he was talking about to come out so I can do a video on it. See what all else they have. I haven't listened to any of the other songs by them yet. You like any of the southern metal / sludge stuff? Crowbars? I don't recognize any of those names, so I'm assuming not. I don't know. I'd have to hear it before I could really judge it. But my like preferred style, I guess, is more melodic but heavy, sort of like metalcore. But I like more of like the newer sort of metalcore stuff. Amon Amarth is a band that has been suggested a lot that I need to do. Viking death metal. Dude, this dog is driving me fucking nuts with the barking. I'm sure it's not the best for you guys to listen to either. Man, if it's not the kids, it's the dogs. If it's not the dogs, it's the fiance. Down is Phil from Pantera's side project. Oh, nice. I never really, that's another band that I never really got into a whole bunch was Pantera. I think like whenever I came up into listening to like metal and stuff, that was right as, I think that was right around whenever they were like, I don't remember, I remember when he died, but that's I I think whenever I started listening to heavier music is whenever you didn't hear as much about them anymore. I was more into like uh, alternative rock and stuff like that. Back then, I was still pretty young. 04, yeah. See, I would have been 12, so I wasn't really into that. Whenever they were at like the height of their career, the dog has such anger issues at such a young age. He's gonna end up like Arnold. That dog's an asshole. No, my dogs are actually pretty good, unless they bark repeatedly. They don't normally do that either. I was out of high school for 3 years in 04. Nice. I didn't graduate high school till 2010. I'm a youngling. I was 30 in 04. I like kitties more. I don't like cats at all. Every time I come in contact with a cat, even if I was to like the cat, I can't breathe around them. Like, that is something that I'm allergic to. I guess their cat hair or something. The second dog we got, Cosmo, he acts and looks a lot like a cat, more like almost like a foxy type dog, but he acts like a cat. And the whole saying of, fighting like cats and dogs, I think that's why they fight so much. Like Nova, who's our original dog, we got him a few months back before Cosmo. He's like a dog's dog. Like he'll sit beside you and just kind of, he just like wants you to pet him. And Cosmo's more like he like kind of prances around like he owns the house and stuff, like a cat. I think that's why they don't get along as much. Jen G dropping in to say hi. It's been a bit. It has. Glad to see you here. See, that's one of the weird things about like doing the YouTube videos and stuff, and you'll see people coming in, and then you won't see them for a bit, and like I don't know if they didn't like what I was doing or if people got stuff going on in their life, obviously. that's kind of there's been several people that I can't remember the dude's name. There was one dude that was he was in here all the time, and he would always comment on the videos as soon as I put them up and stuff. And then he had a suggestion one time for the video, and I did the video, and then never heard of him again. Like he never came around again, and like I don't know. He might not have liked my take on the band that he suggested or something. But it's good to see you here, Jen. I hope everything's going good for you. Victim of Changes by Judas Priest is a good song. Judas Priest, I've listened to a few of their songs. I wouldn't know the names of any of them. But whenever I was first getting like really, really into electric guitar and like solos and stuff, I used to listen to them sometimes. I had like a mixed CD. One of my friends had made me, like, everyone used to burn CDs and stuff and give them out, or they did around here anyways, but there was a couple of Judas Priest songs on there. For me, it's health stuff, nothing against you. Hope everything's going good, or as good as it can. Maybe he got what he wanted, and that was his reason for being around. That was kind of my first thought, was, I don't know. That was in the earlier stages as well, before I had a lot more people viewing anyways, and I still got like the core, like you guys, all of you that are in here, like part of like the core group of people who seem to like follow and like support me on what, like everything, which is really, really cool. But other than that, there's like, you can tell there's like different like, you make a video and one will get so many views, and then you make another video and it'll get this many views. It's like the core group of people support what I'm doing, and then there's people that kind of jump in and out, which is completely fine. I mean, I don't expect everyone to watch every video or anything like that. I mean, it would be cool to have 7,000 views on every video or more, but you can't expect that. Do you remember his suggestion? I'm pretty sure his suggestion was the Tool song that I did. And I'm pretty sure his name was Corey. I think. I can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure. Could we get a conversation going on? What would you like to talk about? Dominique is in here. We were just talking about you. Hope you're doing well. We were talking good about you, by the way. We weren't shitting on you. I'm here to talk. So, Maddie, if you have anything to talk about, whether it has to do with music or not, I'm down to talk about it. If you watched the last live stream that we were in, I basically talked for like an hour and a half about a bunch of just random stuff that people had questions on. It had nothing to do with music, and that was completely fine with me. So that ban on that channel against me found out he made it permanent, so I've moved on. It was a misfortunate misunderstanding, but I'm moving on. Yeah, that sucks. Especially something you like put time into supporting them and then they ban you. That's kind of shitty. Just want to say I'm glad everyone's good. That last week must have sucked, man. Yeah, that sucked. Everything's looking up, though. My mom's back home. She's doing good. Just got off a vocal lesson with some American Voice Wizard. And now I'm enjoying my Saturday night. Nice. What American Voice Wizard was it? Was it like a well-known person? Because that'd be cool. Not yet, but I'm sure he'll get there. His name is David. I don't know how to pronounce the last name, but nice. Did you learn anything from him? Was it worth it? I've seen a channel complain they aren't getting the views they deserved. Mind you, they release 5 to 9 videos a day at the same time, which they don't seem to understand can throw... Yeah, that's not a good thing to do. He's got this thing called the Extreme Vocal Institute. Very knowledgeable guy. Very worth it. Yeah, we'll work with him in the future for sure. Nice. I know you were talking about before being kind of stuck, or you felt you were stuck. So doing stuff like that that'll bringing in people that are more knowledgeable and stuff should help. If anything, just increase the confidence in what you're doing. Maybe give you a little bit different of a perspective on how to do things or something. That's cool. Yeah, if you think that you, like, for what you were talking about, chaotic, if you think that you deserve views, then you're never going to get anywhere. Or that's my opinion anyway. I don't deserve anything. I would like for people to watch, but if no one wants to, then no one wants to. I've been through that before. I made videos for like 4 years, and no one knew who I was. No one watched them at all. I basically made videos for myself to look at because no one watched them. A little humility goes a long way. Yes, I would agree. And then the whole flip side of that coin is if you're actually grateful for people watching, like that's why I'll always say in my videos, thank you for anyone clicking on the video, taking the time out of your day to watch, because that's how it should be. I'm thankful for anyone who's watching or taking the time out of your day to spend with me, and you guys in here that are like hanging out with me, taking time out of your day, and a lot of you are always here. It just means a lot. So if you think you deserve people to be here, you pretty much don't deserve it. in my opinion anyway. It's like part of the giving without expectation thing. Like if you do something nice for someone but are always expecting something in return, then that's just trying to fuel yourself, not just being nice for the sake of being nice and giving information for the sake of giving information. That's why I drop in when you live stream. You seem very grateful. People can be doing anything else with their time, and I fully understand that. I have very little time myself, so I try to make the smartest choices with my time, and if people do the same, that's why I've it's probably just a little bad choice of words. I mean, if I pump in the hours to release like 5 videos a day, I hope I got something out of it too. Yeah, but one thing that whoever, I don't know who it was that said that, needs to know or maybe do some research on is the YouTube algorithm and things that work well with it and don't work well with it. If you dump 5 videos a day on your channel, it's not going to do good. Even if there are people that actually want to watch all your videos, that's going to be too much for them to be able to watch, which is going to make some of the videos underperform what they may have gotten anyways. So then it makes your channel less active for the amount of videos you're putting out. I've noticed on my channel, I gain more subscribers and get more consistent views whenever I post like 3 times a week rather than posting like every day. And that's just posting a single time a day. I think it's just all about the type of content you're making, and especially if you're doing music reactions or anything like that. If you're just, for one, if you can put out 5 videos a day, then the quality is probably not going to be the best. It goes to the quality over quantity type thing. I would much rather prefer to put out 1 video a week and make it good quality than to pump out 5 videos every day that were recorded on a cell phone and, crappy audio and all that. Any more than 2 a day is overkill for reactions. Certainly, if you're doing anything social media related, you'll have to do the research. Our producer is super deep into the science behind that kind of stuff. Yeah. I've spent like probably hundreds of hours like looking up the back end of YouTube and like what makes videos perform well, what are searchable content, for one, is something they gotta pay attention to, and tags, and the tags in your where you put up videos, that has a lot to do with how your video gets searched. Basically, the tags. If you put up a video on YouTube, there's the title, there's a description, and then there's the tags. The tags are searchable words that if someone types in that in the search bar, your video will show up for that tag. So doing some research on what keywords are performing well and stuff like that. If you guys have ever noticed, some of my videos, or I guess quite a few of my videos, for the size of my channel, get more views than, say, people with a little bit larger of a subscriber base. And that's because I have this program called TubeBuddy, and I can see if I click on a video and open it on my browser, I can see their tags and stuff, whereas like a normal viewer you can't. And I can see what tags they use, and the majority of people don't even put any, and they don't put anything in the description. They don't do any of that. So that really, it doesn't give YouTube anything to recommend your video for, or have you appear on the suggested videos. Whenever someone types in that keyword, your video will pop up on the suggested on the side. But if you don't put any of the tags or anything like that, it has nothing to suggest to the viewers. One in the morning and one at night, but yeah, also the once every couple of days for guys like yourself is good. It builds a little anticipation for what's coming next. Yeah, I agree. That, and I just can't do it consistently. I can do a couple videos a week and do that consistently. I mean, the past, disregarding the past, week or so where all that stuff happened, but on a normal basis, I can consistently pop off 2 or 3 videos a week, even with work and all that stuff. And yeah, being consistent is also better than just kind of batch throwing everything out there and then not. I don't know. Depends on what you want to do, I guess. Do you have any interest in reacting to artists that aren't metal? Just curious. I would love to do that if anyone would watch it. I listen to a lot of different music. I don't just listen to metal, so I would totally be down to do that. I've done one of the first. I think it was the first. The first couple of reactions that I did on the channel were I did one to Ariana Grande, I did one to Chris Stapleton, and Shawn Mendes. I did a couple, and then I did a couple metal ones, and the metal ones far outdid the ones that weren't metal. I think people who listen to metal also just want to hear what other people think about it. Like if you have a favorite band or if you discover this new band and then you see a reaction to that band or that song you really like from them, you kind of want to click on it. And I think for metal heads that, they're more into what the instruments are doing and stuff like that as well. I think that's why even if you look at the bigger channels, whenever they do metal reactions versus like the rap ones or on a normal basis anyways, the metal videos get more views too. Billie, is it Eilish? Is that how you pronounce that? I've saw that name being thrown around a lot lately, but I've never listened to them. You get a lot of views from doing someone like Dimash. Massive outside the English-speaking world and pretty big in the English-speaking world. I'd love to hear your take on Break Your Neck by Busta. If you don't know it, I don't know that. I think also the metal community is more starved for content. Yep, she's phenomenal in my opinion. What song would you suggest from her? I think there's a show called Hot Ones on YouTube. I've talked about it a couple times, and I think they had her on as a guest, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't watch that episode, but I'm pretty sure I saw that name on there. Okay, yeah. So that's where I've seen that name before. I didn't watch the episode. I usually only watch the ones that I know the person. Oh, I'll have to. Bad Guy. Bury a Friend. First We Feast. Best interview show on YouTube is Hot Ones. I really like their show. Don't do bad guy. Jesus. The views on her videos are freaking insane. That bad guy video 1 month ago, 137 million views. Bury a friend 3 months ago, 146.6 million views. Ocean Eyes 3 years ago, 110 million. When the Party's Over 6 months ago, 226 million. That's got to be like crazy. Bury a friend is good. Okay. I'll click that one and keep it open in a separate tab. That way I don't forget. Have you seen any other reaction videos to it? Like, are they passing copyright? Because that's a huge, huge hurdle now with YouTube being stupid. Or I guess it's not actually YouTube, but YouTube's not really helping enforce it. Yeah, what's with the demonetizing all the channels right now? That is it's just Universal Music Group, which is UMG, like Entertainment or something like that, and then they have a couple other big entertainment companies that own like the actual rights to a lot of artists and stuff are like just wiping everything. They're either getting completely demonetized or blocked. Did that hit you in any way? They couldn't demonetize any more than already all of my videos, so I think I came into the reactions and that's not really that big of a deal for me. Like, I understand getting to a point. I understand demonetizing. Not whenever you do, like, I think the way that I do things in more of like a reviewing type of way, that I don't know, but they're like, that's the whole thing. I don't know how they would be able to distinguish between that whenever it's caught by the algorithm and it's automatically done, and then you can appeal it. But see, the real problem is, say I get a copyright claim and I appeal it and say this should be covered under fair use. The copyright, the appeal goes to the person that made the claim, not to like a third party for them to distinguish whether it's like actual fair use or not fair use. The appeal goes to the person that made the claim. So my claim would go to that company that did it in the first place, and they would just be like, no. And so then you get a copyright strike, and that if you get strikes on your channel can be taken off completely. It's very difficult. There are tons of her reactions all over YouTube, so they seem to be passing copyright. Nice. But yeah, as long as my video gets out, I'm okay with that. For right now, I'm not okay with it, but what am I going to do? It's still searchable content. People are still finding me through that. And then before long, I'll be having these other videos rolling out. I've already started doing some of them, like the cover videos, but even the cover videos, the ones that I did, One More Light, I think passed copyright completely. Like I actually have that video monetized, but the snuff video, the snuff cover that I did, they copyrighted it, but they are splitting the revenue with me. So like YouTube gets 45% of it, and then the remaining part, 55%, gets split between me and whoever the copyright holder is. So I'm basically not making anything from that because I'm not getting thousands and thousands of views on my videos. If I was, then that would still give a little bit, but we uploaded our song to YouTube and it got claimed and taken down. That was a very confusing day. Yeah. And there's another dude that I watch. His name is Paul Davids. He's like a very, very good guitar player. He has like a more guitar instructional type channel where he like teaches you chord structures and like scales and all this stuff. He made an original little like backing track for people to be able to like practice soloing and stuff over. And his video got copyright claimed by someone in like Egypt or something like that, and they used his backing track and did vocals over the top of it, and then they copyrighted it. So his video got a copyright strike because they copyrighted his song with vocals on it. He made a whole video talking about that and like the whole state of YouTube, and it's really, really shitty. It's like very frustrating. YouTube's policy is bullshit. Years ago, I worked with a band signed to an indie metal label and did an album teaser for them. YouTube removed the video even though I had permission. Yeah. I don't know. And that's why if you've been around here, me talking about this sort of thing recently, I talk about diversifying my content, and that's what I'm going to start doing. I'll still be doing some reaction videos, but I'm also going to be doing I'm going to start doing more of like a vlog type video, like once a week or once every 2 weeks. I was thinking about I had one of my friends actually from high school. He said he saw my YouTube channel. I haven't talked to him since high school, but he said he saw my YouTube channel, and he was asking me, he just started playing guitar, and he was asking me about like what would be the best things for like beginners to do and stuff like that. So I've thought about making a video talking about that, like almost like a guitar instructor type video, only more me, not like here's how you do this, blah 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 blah, but like the very beginner sort of stages of stuff. Just make a video talking about it, like say like a couple basic chords and like how to hold the pick, stuff that whenever you're very first getting into guitar, you're going to look up on YouTube, and I think that would be cool. I don't know how many people would actually be interested in that, but that would be the sort of video that would get like views over time. They call it evergreen content because it would be searchable no matter when. It's not just like a fad that some people search for a week and then never again. It would get consistent views over time. So that's something I've thought about doing too. And then the cover videos that I've started doing, I'm going to make that. They'll probably get copyrighted, but even with that, I still get some like creativeness out. People can hear what I'm doing and like my recording and my different sort of variation on the song, and also that's like a more shareable type thing. Like if you see a good cover of a song you really like, you're more likely to share that, like say on Facebook, or show your friend that. than a music reaction. So I'll still be doing reactions, just not as much. I will be diversifying a little bit. I'm spacing from these mids. Nice. Jared Dines, he did like a parody type video about it's one of his videos. He played Smoke on the Water, just like the 3 notes of Smoke on the Water, and it got demonetized for it. Like the whole video got demonetized because he played 3 notes on the guitar, and he made like a parody type video. It's called What Happens When You Play Smoke on the Water or something like that. That was funny. They did it like a crime show almost. It was pretty funny. I put that as the secret link of one of the videos, actually, for any of you that watched those. Because I think any other type of content, you can think of any other type of content, say like music, or not music, movie reviews. The guys that do movie reviews, which is basically the way that I do my videos, they use little snippets of the movie and like overlay it over what they're talking about and stuff like that. That's exactly that's fair use. So why is this not fair use for criticism or educational purposes or anything like that? It's like anything that has to do with actual music, you can't do it. It just doesn't make sense. Any other form of stuff still does that, and it gets through and doesn't get demonetized, all this stuff. Love Dines and Stevie T going back and forth about their guitars. Yeah, Stevie T is one of those dudes that took me a while to not just think that he's an idiot, which I guess is kind of the point of his videos. He just kind of acting like an idiot. How about comedy? A few channels do that. You mean like comedy type music videos, or just straight up comedy? What I don't understand is how some channels can react to bandwidth no problem, but others can't. I would say that has to do with how frequently they pause the song and all of that. Like if you let a song go on for longer, there's more for the algorithm to catch and recognize that is that song. Some people just let the song play in its entirety and just kind of either talk over it or don't say anything and then talk after. That's why on some of those videos, the couple videos that I had that got copyright claimed or blocked, whenever I went back through and I inserted those little copyright avoidance clips that I did, it didn't let the song play for so long. There's some who don't pause and get by with it. I don't know. That's kind of what's frustrating about the whole thing is there's no set rule. There's no, this is what you can do and can't do. It's just like a guess. And for people that make videos for their livelihood and like to pay their rent and stuff, leaving everything up to chance is like, oh, am I going to get to pay my rent this month? I don't know. That's what's most frustrating about it for everyone, the small guy or the big guy. Reacting to stand-up. I don't know. I probably wouldn't do that just because I don't want to have, I know this is counterintuitive to what I've been doing so far, but I don't want to have just a reaction channel. Like, I want to have a good channel. I don't want to have just a reaction channel. If that makes sense. Like some people that's completely good, whatever. I'm not an overreactor though, so I don't think that doing just reactions, unless you come to learn about things, which is what I think I provide in the videos. Have you got any requests for Sabaton lately? I have not. They released 2 songs in the past few weeks and they've got Are Solid AF. I have not. I call the Avengers Endgame the End Rape. That movie was good. Have any of you guys actually seen it? The new Avengers movie? Don't comment any, I don't think anyone in here who's in here would, but don't comment like spoilers or anything like that in case anyone hasn't seen it, but I put up a little video talking about my thoughts just in general right after I came home from seeing it with no spoilers. I put it up. Let me take this moment to request Sabaton Bismarck. It's about a Nazi warship during World War II. Here, hold on. I'll open a new tab and type that in, because if not, I'll forget. Sabaton. Okay. No, it was insulting. I don't know how you could think that, but everyone's got an opinion, and that's completely fine. I really, really liked it. Really, really liked it. If we're asking for reactions, how's the Fear Factory thing going, sir? I have yours on the list, the Fear Factory one. I wanted to avoid spoilers for Avengers so bad that I went the day that it opened by myself to the movie theater, just because no one else would go. I went in like the middle of the day, whenever there was like no one there, and just sat there all to myself. Just because I knew as much time as I spend on the internet, I would I would have seen something, and I didn't want to see something without watching myself. Because there are assholes on the internet and in real life that like to spoil stuff. It was very good though. I would highly recommend. And I'm actually going to I'm going to take my fiance. We were supposed to go tomorrow, but all this stuff happened with my mom, and she was going to babysit the kids while we went, since tomorrow's our 7th anniversary, me and my fiance. It's our 7th anniversary tomorrow. I was going to take her to one of the bigger towns. They have an IMAX theater, and I was going to take her and see it, because the Avengers, whenever it first came out, was the first Avengers. That's the first movie we went and watched whenever we first got together. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to go take her to this in the IMAX. Neither one of us have ever been to the IMAX theater, so it'd be a cool experience. But all this stuff happened with my mom, so she's not able to take all the kids right now. So we're pushing that back a little bit. Hopefully next weekend at some point or something, we'll be able to do that. If I go see it, I'll have to go by myself because I don't have friends locally. Sounds like me. I don't have anybody. Happy anniversary. Thanks. 7 years we've been together. Tomorrow. Feel the pain. Most of the people I socialize with on a regular basis are anywhere but near. Yeah. You guys are basically the friends that I have. And that sounds kind of sad, I guess, but that's pretty much true. I have friends, but I don't see them on a regular basis at all. I've actually been watching some videos on this. The psychology of how we are as a society now. It's pretty interesting. There's a guy on YouTube. His name's Matt Diavala, I think is how you pronounce it. If you guys are into that sort of thing, like psychology or just like more how we work as a society and stuff, I would recommend checking his channel out. I just found that like a couple weeks ago, and he's really smart. Talks about a lot of stuff. He has a podcast, and he has guests on there that it reminds me of like I don't know what he really reminds me of, but he does videos that are like, he'll try something for a month at a time and like make a whole video like documenting what he does and why he does it and how everything shifted during that month that he did it. And his videos are like super, super well done. He's actually like a film school graduate and all that, so his videos are like very well shot and well put together, and so there's like actual good video value as well as information value. Fear Factory train. Most of my friends are the online communities I have joined like this one. I don't have many friends I regularly see anymore. That seems to be the way that everything's going these days. Made a note to check him out. I like checking out things about social psychology. He does a very, very good job. I can't remember how to spell his name. It's Matt D. It's like D apostrophe. Shit. Hold on. Matt D. Avella. It's like D apostrophe Avella. The video D shit. Sorry, no, that's not it. The video that I was talking about specifically is one that he put up 1 week ago, and it's called The Loneliness Epidemic. And it's like one of his really high viewed videos, and it was only 1 week ago. It's got almost 1 million views. Some of his stuff isn't as much stuff that I'm interested in, but he does, even the stuff that he does that I'm not as interested in, it's still very well done, and it's like listening to almost like a different perspective on stuff. So he does everything in such a good way, it makes you want to watch every video, even if it doesn't particularly pertain to something I'm overly interested in. So he does a very, very good job. So another one he did a couple weeks ago is Why You Never Have Enough Time. And he was talking about like how people always prioritize their time into the wrong stuff. And I don't know, he mixes like humor and very good filmmaking and stuff all in it, and gives you a lot of good information at the same time. So I'm all about learning and improving, so if you guys are into that, check it out. Matt D. shit. I'm guilty of that, prioritizing the wrong stuff. Yeah, he starts out. I won't ruin it. He starts out the video. It's funny. Just go watch it. Just go watch it. I think a lot of people are guilty of that one, though. Either prioritizing the wrong things or just not prioritizing their time at all. And that's kind of what his video is talking about, is putting emphasis in the wrong spots, or just not even paying attention to your time and then complaining that you don't have enough of it. All jokes aside, made a note of the video. I always listen to YouTube videos while working, so I'll definitely check him out. He has an actual podcast too. It's on Spotify and all that. I haven't really taken a listen to that yet, but if it's anything like his YouTube content, it's probably good. I'm not going to vouch for that as heavily because oh no, the neighbor kid has just started practicing the recorder wooden flute thing that makes hellish noise. Funny story about that, the recorder, my fiance had a daughter from before. She was married before and had a daughter. She's 10, and they gave them recorders. Why? I have no idea. But she came home with it on Friday and said that her music teacher said that she needed to practice it at home. And I was like, well, your music teacher doesn't live here. So you might want to just, but I let her practice it. She does it in the back bedroom though. And yes, it does make a really, really, really terrible noise if you don't know how to play it, and she does not know how to play it. I don't know how to play it either, but I showed her like Mary Had a Little Lamb and stuff like that, and she thought that was like the coolest thing ever. I never even played it or picked it up, but I had her blow on it, and I just did the little. I mean, it's 3 notes, so. You should do a collab with her. Yeah. If you just want a bunch of random squeaking in the background. By the way, I got my Speedlight 580EX flash this week, and my set of extension tubes are coming on Monday. Spring macro photography incoming. Nice. I really want to get a macro lens. That's something I haven't invested in yet. Watched Neil deGrasse Tyson on the Joe Rogan podcast. He showed how using a phone case is all in your mind. He slips his iPhone through his fingers every day to give them muscle memory. I've watched that one before too. I'll stick to having a phone case on my phone. Neil deGrasse Tyson is free to do what he wants with his phone. Adding an extra this much onto my phone's width and thickness doesn't bother me. Loneliness, Winter Sun. I haven't got to that one yet. That was like the most requested one after the 2 that I did from them. Guess I'll have to take a quick nap. It's 3:50 a.m. Mistress is going to get pissed if I stay up longer. Well, thanks for stopping by, man. I'm glad you had a good vocal thing with that dude. Lesson, I guess. I might take care of my phone, but I have a 10-year-old nephew. Yeah, that's one of the main reasons why I would say that I will always keep a phone case on my phone. There's a lot of children and animals in this house. And 3-year-olds and 5-year-olds don't mesh well with phones that are unprotected all the way. Muscle memory doesn't help angrily tossing your phone down. Yeah, that too. That reminds me of I think it was Mitch Hedberg. I don't know if any of you guys know who he is, but he was a comedian that was like really popular. and he ended up overdosing on like cocaine or something, and he died. But one of his stand-up special things, he was talking about a tent. A tent is the worst location to get into a fight with your significant other, because you can't walk out and slam the door. You gotta walk out and be like, fuck you, and then zip it real angrily. He was hilarious. His style of humor is like my style of humor. Like where the joke is just so dumb that you gotta laugh at it, basically. You met him once. Nice. I have a smart cover for my Galaxy S9. Some don't like flip cases, but mine is slim enough so it doesn't bother me. Nice. Mick, joining late to the party. He had a great delivery. Yeah, he was like, the way that he talked the whole time, and when I actually, my brother had a CD of him, so I didn't know what he looked like at all. And then whenever I actually watched a video of him, it was like completely different from what I imagined him to look like, but it made complete sense though as well. On the Pelican case thing, they had a disclaimer on their torches saying their warranty didn't cover bear attack, shark bite, or children under 5. Yeah, I would agree with that. My mom, I don't know why she would have ever thought this was a good idea, but my mom bought my son, who was 2 at the time, a plastic like tool set, and the first thing he did was pick up the plastic hammer thing and just bashed my TV with it. Shattered the whole TV. And I just looked at my mom like, why the fuck would you ever do that? So it was a cool birthday present. Cost me $600 to get a new TV. With a plastic hammer? Yes. Yes, with a plastic hammer. It's like that hard, like it was basically like a hammer, only just plastic. It wasn't like this real flimsy. It was, needless to say, he didn't have the hammer anymore in his tool set. And that was a play with it in the hallway only type of toy after that, where there's nothing around that they could break. Mick, glad your week ended up much better than it began. Thank you. Me as well. Trivium released a cover from Type O Negative song, I Don't Want to Be Me, a week ago. Been listening to it today a lot, maybe 10 to 15 times so far. Nice. I haven't listened to any other Trivium yet than the ones that I did the videos on. Oh, I just looked just went to the channel. We have now passed 800,000 views. So that's pretty sweet. $800,000. That's pretty cool. You see Matt live stream their Mexico gig this morning. Might be on Twitch. I've never really checked out Twitch. I know it's like basically a streaming platform. I've never really checked it out. I've never even clicked on it, actually. Not really checked it out, never clicked on it to even see what all it's about. I think some people don't seem some people stream on Twitch and like sync it with their YouTube channel as well. Or maybe they like screen capture it as they stream on Twitch and then upload it to YouTube maybe. Twitch has a subscriber thing too, monthly fee like Patreon of sorts. Nice. So it's almost like a mix between Patreon and YouTube, kind of, where you like pay to subscribe to someone's channel. But you can only watch live to interact. Well, I won't need to really look into that too much. I stream live on YouTube for free and only get 7 people in here. So maybe down the road. In a couple years, when more people know who I am and are actually interested in what I'm doing. She's got the recorder out. You might be able to hear. She's like squeaking it out in there. As YouTube moderator. Get some strange people commenting. Hey, do you like anime? I've never watched any anime. So I guess my answer would be I haven't ever watched it, so I don't really have an opinion either way on it, like or dislike. I hear hot cross buns, I think. How did you pick that out? That is actually what she's playing. I don't know how you were picking that out, but yes, that's what she was playing, or attempting to play. Hot cross buns. That's funny. I'll have to tell her that someone could actually pick out what she was playing. But then that might make her want to play it more. I'm all for them learning musical instruments and like being like musically inclined, but I thought it was Three Blind Mice. It might be the same pattern. Who knows? It's a good thing they didn't have the whole copyright system back then, where they were making up all those songs, because there's a whole bunch of songs that have the same exact melody pattern and same exact everything, basically, except lyrics. Because I have a 13-year-old with a keyboard. That makes sense. Yeah, I've heard hot cross buns all day, every day for the past 3 days, basically, or 2 days. I like whenever she was doing that, I was wondering if like I started playing guitar whenever I was 8 years old and she's 10. I was wondering if is this what my parents thought whenever I was in my room trying to figure out how to play guitar whenever I was little? I hope not. I really hope not. If so, I apologize, parents. At least I got good. I guess. I remember coming home from school. I was so excited that I get to play guitar. I would come home from school and play guitar from the time I got home until I went to bed. Every day. For like years, I did that. Fortunately, I got pretty good pretty quick, even though I was really little. I was like dedicated. No matter what, I wanted to play this, and I was going to sit there and figure it out until I got it. Definitely been there. She dished it for Fortnite, though. Not sure how I feel about it. See, I don't really. Our kids don't. Well, they're really small. 3 and 5, and then she's the oldest. She's 10. But they're just into watching YouTube videos. Like, most of them are educational. I usually make them turn on something that is like a little kiddish, but they're getting some value from it. But they, for some reason, even the two little ones, they like to watch craft videos, which I think is real weird. But I mean, they like it a lot. Or like hacks, life hacks and stuff like that. I don't know why, but they get like the biggest kick out of watching people do crafts and like little life hacks with stuff. I don't know why. It's not like they have any of the stuff to do it or toy unboxing. They don't really watch that many toy videos. My kids would rather destroy their own toys than watch some other person do it. But they do watch some of like the kind of like family vloggers. There's these this family from Australia. I can't remember. I think it's Norris Nuts or something like that. The Norris Nuts. I want to say that's what it is. But it's a family from Australia, and they have like 5 or 6 kids, and they give each one of the kids a camera, and then they do like little challenges and stuff, and you get to see like all the different kids' point of view for the whole challenge or whatever they decide to do that day. So it's like a cool idea, and it's a little bit different for my kids to see for like kids growing up in Australia, the differences between what they have and what they have, and the way their whole house is laid up or laid out and stuff. The kids on that channel, they all have, or the 4 oldest kids, they have one huge room, and all of them are in it, and they have their bed on each corner of the room. So each of the 4 corners is like one of their bedrooms, and they have these big dressers that are on rollers. So they like put their dressers up as like dividers for the rooms, but it's actually just one big room, and they can move the dressers and if they want, and like divide the room completely in half or like move it in weird ways. It's pretty cool, especially for being some, little family vlog type thing. It's pretty entertaining. My nephew loves Five Nights at Freddy's. I've never played any of those. See, if I was to play games and stuff like that, I would want to stream them on like Twitch or something. That's the only thing I've really heard Twitch like being used with, I guess, is gaming streaming. So that's kind of what I just have it like in my mind as, I guess. But if I was to play any of those like horror games or something like that, I would want to stream those because it would probably be funny as hell. My 7-year-old niece is obsessed with watching people put their hands in sludge. Nice. Hands in sludge. Who doesn't like to put their hands in sludge? But watching someone else put their hands in sludge, I don't think that would be quite as entertaining. My daughter is mostly into the King of Random and Crazy Russian Hacker, which I both enjoy along with her. Yeah, I've heard of the Crazy Russian Hacker guy. His name is Taras or whatever. I forgot about his channel actually. I know there's a channel called Smarter Every Day. That guy makes some cool stuff. And there's also another channel called What's Inside, I think it is, where there's like a boy and his dad, and they just basically chop stuff in half or like cut it in half. and see what the inside of things look like, which is like the simplest idea for a YouTube channel ever. And they were like the first person to like capitalize on it. And now they have like millions of subscribers, and that's just like proof that you don't have to have like this crazy idea for a good YouTube channel, but they make it like entertaining, and you think there's basically no way that they can ever run out of things to do on that channel, like cutting stuff in half. There's like an unlimited amount of things to do to cut in half. Matt from Trivium mixes it up between games and playing songs. Nice. YouTube is a weird place. Yes. I agree. I've watched What's Inside a few times. Simple but very interesting. For a while, they were like super popular. And by popular, I mean like they were getting like viral videos a lot. I'm assuming they still are, like, you know, they got a big audience built up and stuff. And I'm pretty sure they made a second channel as well where they did more of like vlogs and stuff like that. It was like What's Inside Family or something like that. More of like a family centered vlog type of thing rather than just cutting stuff open. I think it's cool though, especially for that little kid. Can you imagine? The kid's like 10 years old and gets super mega famous on the internet by just cutting stuff open in half with his dad. I'm pretty sure it actually started as a school project, if I remember correctly. Like the little kid had a school project to cut something open and they filmed it and put it up on the internet. Game of Thrones review and analysis channels are going ham at the moment. My recommended is filled with them. Yeah, I can imagine why. I'm on season 2 of Game of Thrones. I've been watching that at night. The hard part about Game of Thrones is, for one, the episodes are so damn long, and I don't watch that sort of thing in front of my kids, so I have to like wait until my kids are in bed and then watch it because I don't want them to see all the, you know, stuff. Believe it or not, there's actually a very good and scary as hell mobile game. It's called The School of White Days, an Asian horror game with amazing visuals. Nice. How are you enjoying it? I really like the Game of Thrones. You can tell, like, from whatever, you know, everybody likes Game of Thrones pretty much. Like, it's like the highest rated TV show ever. It's pretty much one of those things that just everybody really likes it. So I can tell by how slow everything's going right now that everything's just kind of like building blocks, you know? So pretty much everything's real slow for me at the moment. You can tell that it's like ramping up though, and the shit's going to hit the fan in a real big way. But where I am, I'm on season 2, episode 3 or 4 right now. And I've been watching a couple episodes a night at the very end of the night. I really like it though. Like, I like stories that have a lot of little details that kind of weave in and out, and say in a couple seasons or something that happened now will be important then. I really like stuff like that. Things that tie in like different random details that if you aren't really paying attention, you're not going to see. I like that sort of stuff. I'm a pretty detail-oriented person, though, as you guys can probably tell from my videos. I mean, soap cutting videos are huge. People will watch anything. Soap cutting. I've literally had to put the game down many times. They suggest you wear headphones. Of course, you pop them in and almost piss your pants. Oh, that's funny. With things like Game of Thrones, there are so many storylines to keep up with. I've lost interest several seasons in, sometime after the Red Wedding. I haven't got to that, so I don't know exactly what you're talking about. But I like that. I know some people probably wouldn't like that, but I like all the little stuff like that, all these different little like subplots going on. These people are doing this, try to manipulate this person over here, and this person's trying to manipulate someone over here to get at them. I like that sort of thing. There's stuff that happens in the first couple seasons that really gets called back on in the most recent episodes. Nice. Yeah, I think I think I'm one of the people though, whenever people a lot of people really really like something, I tend to not like it, or I tend to not think it's near as good as everyone else does, I guess. But for this, I think it's good. I also like to just kind of sit down and watch something if I'm going to watch it. So now, by the time I get to the eighth season, I think it is, that's on TV right now, it'll be out and it'll be, I'll be able to watch the whole thing without waiting. And I like that. I don't like to wait a year to watch something, or to wait a week to catch up on the storyline or something like that. I like to just watch it and watch it and watch it and get it out of the way. Binge watch, I guess, is what you would call it. I like to do that. So I think it's good that I waited to watch it now, because if not, I probably would get bored with it, and having to wait so long for any sort of a payoff or anything like that. Some people are probably into that with you know, the anticipation of what's going to happen next and all that. I don't like that. I would rather just. Have you watched True Detective? I have not. I think my brother. I'm pretty sure my brother is like a huge fan of True Detective. If I'm thinking of the right thing. I've been like that. When something becomes overhyped, I have a tendency to reject it out of hand. It's not that I reject it. I just, most things, I'm not I'm not one of those like sensationalized people. I don't get into that sort of thing. And I think that's what it is. Is it's not that it's not good, or it's not that anything bad about it because everyone likes it. It's not that. And it's not like I'm trying to be all hipster or something, like just because everyone likes it, I don't like it. I don't get sucked into the whole world of, oh, everyone's watching this, so now I have to. I just kind of found it interesting, and one of the dudes from that I work with, he would always talk to me about how cool it was, and he's one of the people who actually supported me a whole bunch with starting the YouTube channel, and he's actually the guy. If you watched that last video that I put up talking about the stuff that happened with my mom and the tornadoes and everything that hit around here, it's actually the guy that I work with that had the tree fall on his house. He's actually the guy who loaned me these seasons of Game of Thrones to watch. Here's the official trailer from the developer. Hope it's okay to share. I don't know if it'll show up, Joshua. I'm super picky about TV and film. The first season of True Detective is my favorite seasons of TV ever. Nice. My whole thing is I guess if I was to prioritize my time to be able to watch TV more, that would be one thing, but TV, just like sitting down to watch TV, is not something I want to put priority on a whole bunch. So I tend to work on a bunch of other things. I have been waking up earlier though, which has been helping a lot. So I'll wake up, even on my days off, I'll wake up, I'll still sleep in a little bit longer than I would if I had to work, but I'll wake up a little bit and get some stuff done before everyone else in my house is awake and going crazy. And so if I have any like projects to edit, I'll edit them up real quick and they'll be done. That's been helping a little bit. And then like at the end of the night, I actually have a little bit of time. That's why I've actually been watching a couple episodes of Game of Thrones at the end of the evening. It's because I've gotten all the stuff done. What I would normally be doing at night, trying to get it all done real fast before I go to bed, I actually have a little bit of time to sit. I mean, I could go to bed and get a little bit more sleep, but I usually just kind of sit. I have to make time to actually watch things and give it my full attention. It underlined in blue in my comment before I said it's for the trailer. If you I didn't have anything underlined. So I don't think that showed up for me. Yeah, I think I have it. I think I have it set to where the links get caught and I have to approve them, because there was these people that were just copying and pasting like pages of links to songs for me to do, and you could tell they weren't, obviously they were just copying and pasting a list that they had on their computer or phone or something, and it got annoying as shit. One of the people, they commented a whole bunch on every single video. You could tell it was just copied and pasted. And they said, I'm not going to give up until you do this song or something like that. And I commented back to them and said, copying and pasting something in my comment section is the fastest way to get it not done. I want like real people to really leave a comment, not someone to just be a robot and copy and paste the same shit in every single comment section and not have any regard for what actual video I'm posting at all or what I'm doing. I would rather have not very many people watching my videos and have people who actually care than have more people that just want their video to be seen. Or like I totally get wanting someone to, do your video that you suggested and stuff, but that stuff gets out of hand a lot, and the people that do that. That's why there's extra word in my comments. Sorry for that. Jen G. All right, my daughter wants to hang out and watch weird YouTube videos. Go watch some soap cutting videos or something. I'm glad you could be here. Thanks for coming back in. Coming back to what you said earlier, I too would like to have a macro lens, but they're expensive. Extension tubes for around $25 will let you use any lens for a macro lens, thus get your feet wet. Nice. I've never really checked into that. Extension tubes. I hate when I go to some channels and the top comments are just band name, song title. No, none of that. Take care. See you next time. Have a good night or evening, or I think it's night for you. Yeah, I'm not about the whole like just commenting some random horse shit that has nothing to do with anything, or just copying and pasting stuff. So I have my thing set to where if someone copies and pastes something to more than like a couple videos, it automatically goes into the filtered comments. That way I don't even have to, it doesn't even show up unless I approve it. And that same way with the links. That's why I did that. But if yours, I don't know about live streams though. I don't know if I could approve that comment in a live stream, but for my actual full videos, if you drop a link or something, if it's someone that I actually know, I actually do go and either delete the comments or approve them. If it's someone that's actually making like a genuine comment. There are hollow rings that go between your body and lens. By doing that, they decrease the focal distance. I'll have to check into that. I've been guilty of copy pasting, but my copy pasting is a footnote request with a genuine comment above that. Yeah, see that is fine. Like, or for me, in my opinion anyway. I mean, like, as long as you're having your comment on a video should be something that's pertaining to the video, not just if you look at the big reaction channel, like for instance Alex Hefner. I've pretty much stopped just watching his videos. To me, they got a little bit annoying. But I didn't unsubscribe from his channel or anything. So like any of the he'll on the community tab. You can make posts, and I make posts on the community tab quite a bit. If you're not checking on those, you should do that. I leave little updates and stuff. Anytime he puts anything at all on there, if you look at the comments, all of the comments have nothing to do with whatever he just posted. It's just like song title, song title, song title, song title. And that's another reason why I don't want to be a reaction channel. Like, I want my channel to be my channel. I don't want it to be a reaction channel. I would like, I'll continue to do reactions on the channel, but the way that I do reactions, it's more of a review than anything. But if you do music reviews, it doesn't seem to do as good of a views or get as many people to click on the video and discover your channel. So whenever I did all the research behind whenever I was starting to do it, the best way for me to get people to search what I was making was to do the reaction type. So that's the little spin that I did on it. Talk about the actual instruments, details in the music, all of that stuff, recording quality, music video shooting quality, and all that stuff. But the way I do that, it's more of a review. I could do that to any song, whether I have heard it or not. It would just not be a first reaction, I guess. But I could do that same thing to any song that ever I sit down and listen to it, whether I've heard it a million times or not. I could talk about the same stuff. The recording quality, the guitar work, drum work that they're doing, vocal style that they did. That leaves the door open for me to provide some value to whoever's watching my video. I sent an email to what I thought you said the email address was, but I didn't get a reply, so I may have gotten it wrong. I didn't send any links. It was asking if it was the right address. I haven't been on there in the past couple of days because of all the stuff going on. I haven't went back and checked on that yet, but the email address is aloneaboveearthofficial@gmail.com. So if that's the one you use, it's in there. I haven't checked that yet. There was someone else that sent me a message too. That I haven't checked yet. I'll let you know though. If I got the email, I'll check it and let you know soon. aloneaboveearth@gmail is what I sent it to. It should be aloneaboveearthofficial@gmail.com. Like this. That's what it should look like. How long have we been talking? 2 hours and 34 minutes. That is how long. I think I might actually go ahead and stop this stream. Hang out with the kids for a while before they go to bed. Sounds like you need to get some sleep, Josh. Send links when I get a reply. I'll either check it later on tonight after the kids go to bed, or tomorrow. Glad I got to catch a little more of the stream this week. Glad you were here. I think next Saturday I have a photo shoot. So depending on when that is, I may or may not do a live stream that day. If I don't, I'll probably do it a day, either Friday or Sunday or something. But I'll post in the community tab and probably on Instagram and all that stuff if I change it and what time, just like I always do. That way you guys will know, especially if it's a change of day. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Thank you guys for always being here. Thank you for chatting it up, having a good time here. Yeah, I'm doing better. Mom's doing better. This week's shaping up to be a lot better than it started. That's for damn sure. Hope everything's going all right and well for you guys as well. And I'll see you probably tomorrow for a video. I'll probably do a reaction video tomorrow, since I haven't put one out in like going on 2 weeks now for one of those. I'm not sure exactly what I'll do yet, but we'll see. I got a couple of those. Maybe I'll do one of those Sabaton one that was suggested. I don't know. Maybe. Anyways, I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for all the support.